Looking back, I feel like a complete idiot for not noticing sooner. But at the time, I actually thought my wife was embracing some kind of personal growth journey. Rachel had always been into self-care, but over the past few months, she had taken it to a whole new level. She started going on these solo dates and documenting them online. At first, I thought it was cute. Little cafe trips, fancy dinners, quiet walks in the park, always accompanied by some deep, introspective caption about loving yourself or cherishing the small moments. I figured, hey, good for her. If she wanted to dress up and go sit at some trendy wine bar alone, I wasn't about to stop her. In fact, I encouraged it. Enjoy yourself, babe, I'd say, completely unaware of what was actually going on. Then something changed. She started going out more, multiple times a week. The places she chose weren't just casual spots anymore. They were high-end. 5-star steakhouses, rooftop cocktail lounges, intimate restaurants where a single dinner could cost half our grocery budget. I joked about it once, laughing, damn, these solo dates are getting expensive. You taking yourself on a honeymoon next? Rachel just smiled, flipping her hair. Let me live my best life. I let it go. But soon she started getting secretive. If she was on her phone and I walked by, the screen would lock instantly. Notifications were muted. She'd angle her screen away from me, shifting in a way that screamed guilty. Still, I didn't say anything. I wasn't the paranoid, controlling husband. I was chill. I was understanding. Until I saw the reflections. One night, Rachel posted a boomerang on Instagram. Just a short, looping clip of her sitting by a window at some high-end sushi place, twirling a glass of wine in her hand. The caption read, "Romancing myself tonight. Hashtag self-care, hashtag solo date." Normally, I would have just scrolled past it. But something caught my eye. In the reflection of the window, barely visible but undeniably there, was a man. Not a random guy at another table. No, this man was directly across from her. Right where I should have been sitting. I zoomed in. Dark-colored shirt. Short hair. Holding a drink. Sitting way too comfortably for someone who wasn't meant to be there. I blinked. My stomach twisted. Then, before I could even process it, the post was gone. Deleted. Like it never existed. That should have been my breaking point. But my brain, desperate to believe her, tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was just a weird angle. Maybe she saw how it looked and deleted it to avoid drama. But then it happened again. 2 days later, another solo date post. This time, Rachel was at a rooftop cocktail bar, holding an espresso martini, gazing off into the distance like she was starring in some perfume ad. And in the reflection of the glass railing, him. Same guy. This time, half turned toward her, smirking. Again, the post disappeared within minutes. That's when the excuses stopped. That's when I knew. Something was definitely going on. And I was going to find out exactly what. I started digging. Scrolling back through months of Rachel's self-care posts, I saw it. He had always been there. Not obvious, not noticeable unless you were looking for him. A blurred outline in a car window. A shadow in a restaurant mirror. A second drink at a table meant for one. I felt sick. Rachel had always been predictable. Same gym. Same yoga studio. Same little routines. But lately, her habits had changed. Random errands that took hours. More and more excuses to go out at night. A sudden obsession with dressing up, even if she was just reading at a cafe. It wasn't paranoia. It was a pattern. And I was done playing dumb. I could have confronted Rachel in private. Could have sat her down and asked, "Hey babe, who's the guy in your reflections?" But no. She wanted to share her life online? She wanted to play the independent, self-care queen for her followers? Fine. Let's make this a public event. A few days later, she posted another solo date photo. This time, she was at an upscale Italian restaurant, swirling a glass of red wine, looking thoughtful. The caption? A reminder to love yourself first. Hashtag solo date, hashtag self-care. And in the wine glass reflection, him. Clear as day. Smiling. Looking right at her. She had gotten sloppy. I clicked on the comments. My fingers hovered over the keyboard for a second before I typed. "Babe, who's that handsome guy in the background?" And then I waited. Seconds later, the post was gone. Not edited, deleted. Then my phone started ringing. Rachel. I let it ring. Then another call. And another. Finally, I picked up, putting her on speaker. "Why would you say that?" Her voice was shaking. I leaned back, grinning. "Oh, I thought we were sharing our life online." Silence. Then a frustrated, shaky breath. It's just a friend." "Oh, a friend you delete posts over?" You're being insane, Ethan. You're acting like some FBI agent, stalking my photos for reflections. You're right, I said casually. I must be crazy. Or maybe I just caught you red-handed. Silence. Then click. She hung up. For the first time ever, Rachel had nothing to say. I gave her 1 hour. 1 hour to sit there, staring at her blank Instagram page, wondering how the hell she was going to spin this. And then finally, I sent her a text. So, you gonna keep deleting posts, or do you want to tell me the truth? 3 little dots appeared. Then they disappeared. Then they came back. Finally, she replied. Can we talk in person? Oh, now she wanted a private conversation? After months of broadcasting her independent queen nonsense to the world? Fine. I told her to come home. When she walked in, she looked pale, like she had seen a ghost. No makeup, hair twisted into a messy bun, her usual confident influencer persona nowhere to be found. She wasn't Rachel, the effortlessly put-together, social media perfect woman. She was just Rachel. I stood there, arms crossed, waiting. She sighed, folding her arms around herself like she was cold. Ethan, you're blowing this out of proportion. I tilted my head. Am I? Yes, I've been stressed. And Trevor. I held up a hand, cutting her off. Stop. My voice was steady. Trevor. Her eyes widened. A slip. A mistake. She had just exposed herself, and she knew it. I mean, she stammered, scrambling to recover. Yes, but. So you've been lying to me for months, I said calmly. And now you want to stutter your way out of it? Her mouth snapped shut. Silence. I let it hang between us, heavy, suffocating. Then I took a slow, deep breath and said the words with absolute clarity. We're done. Rachel's eyes filled with tears. Instant. Automatic. Ethan, please. It's not what you think. I laughed. Actually laughed. Not what I think. Babe, I literally saw him in your wine glass. She broke. Her shoulders slumped, her breath shaky. I didn't mean for it to happen, she whispered. It was just exciting. The attention. The thrill. I shook my head. Rachel, I was your husband. Not your fan base. Her face crumbled. But I wasn't about to let her cry her way out of this. I picked up my phone, scrolled to her contact, and blocked her. She gasped. Ethan. I turned my back. Enjoy your real solo dates. And then I walked the hell out. Behind me, Rachel just stood there, blinking at her phone like she couldn't believe I had actually blocked her. Like she truly thought she could just talk her way out of this. Not this time. I walked out of our apartment and never looked back. Within minutes, she was trying everything to reach me. She called me from her mom's phone. Blocked. Emailed me with "please just talk to me" in the subject line. Deleted. Sent a Venmo request for $1 with the note, "Can we talk?" Declined. She was grasping at straws, and I didn't give a single damn. Rachel wasn't just blocked from me. She was blocked from my life. And without me, she had nothing. The apartment? My name was on the lease. She had 30 days to figure it out. The car? Mine. She didn't even have a ride anymore. The financial stability? Gone. No more, babe, can you cover dinner? No more, oops, my card declined. And the worst part, her reputation was shot. Because as it turns out, people don't like cheaters. When our mutual friends saw what happened, they chose me. Rachel had spent years crafting this perfect image. Miss Independent, effortlessly cool, the girl who had it all together. But that image shattered the moment someone in our friend group screenshotted my comment before she deleted it and dropped it into our group chat. The caption? So is this why Ethan and Rachel split? And just like that, her entire friend circle knew. Some unfollowed her. Some straight up called her out. Some just sat back and watched the drama unfold, popcorn in hand. But the best part, even her best friend, Ashley, turned on her. So all those solo dates were just you cheating? Total fraud, Rachel. It wasn't like that. Well, now it literally was. You played yourself. Rachel left the group chat. Her social status? Wrecked. Rachel had always believed that attention was power. That as long as people were watching, she could control the narrative. Control the damage. But now, nobody was watching. Nobody cared. She had gone from the center of attention to completely irrelevant. And me? I was thriving. While Rachel was scrambling to rebuild the ruins of her reputation, I was actually enjoying my life. I took myself on a real self-care solo date. Ordered the most expensive steak at the same fancy restaurant Rachel had lied about. Tipped the waiter extra, just because I could. Took a casual photo of my empty table and posted it with the caption, "Now this is a real solo date." Rachel didn't comment. She didn't like the post. But I know she saw it, because 2 minutes later, she blocked me. I laughed. She was spiraling. Her posts became fewer. Her stories less confident. No more aesthetic coffee shop pictures. No more high-end self-care moments. Just vague, sad quotes. Some lessons are learned the hard way. You never know what you had until it's gone. She had lost everything. Her home. Her social life. Her security. And the worst part, no one gave a damn. I had moved on. And she was rotting in her own choices. Months passed. Rachel faded into irrelevance. Her social media? Dry. Her followers? Disengaged. Her once perfect self-care queen image? Shattered. And then one random night, my phone buzzed. A single text. "Hey, can we talk?" I stared at it for a few seconds. Then I smirked. Because I already knew what this was. Rachel wasn't texting because she missed me. She wasn't texting because she felt bad. She was texting because she had run out of options. Trevor didn't commit. Her friends didn't take her back. Her new life didn't exist. She had nothing left. So I did the only logical thing. I left her on read. Then I blocked her number. No words. No closure. Just silence. Because the best revenge is knowing she'll spend the rest of her life realizing she lost the best thing she ever had. And me? I was too busy actually living to care. Game over.